In the heart of the Italian Alps, far from the crowds and touristy sites, I walked a 1,000-year-old hiking trail and experienced Italy far beyond the beaten path. In the year 990, an archbishop named Sigeric walked from Canterbury in England through France and Switzerland all the way to Rome in Italy. He recorded his journey in a journal, and over 1,000 years later, we can still walk those 1,800 kilometers on the long distance hiking trail, the Via Francigena. Together with an Italian journalist and local guides, I started the hike at Italy's spectacular St. Bernard Pass, where travelers can spend the night at an 11th century monastery. We walked along glacial blue lakes, under rugged mountain peaks, past slopes covered in red flowers of wild blueberries. We walked 18 to 25 kilometers every day and also took many detours to tiny mountain villages. In the charming little village of St. Rhemy, I learned that there's only one woman who lives all year round. Everyone else visits in the summer and moves to warmer places in the winter. So we decided to go to her house to say hi and knocked on her door, but I think she was taking a siesta. My hiking mates collected Rosa canina, a small red flower of the rose family that can be dried and eaten or made into marmalade. Along the way, we ate at small family-run trattorias and pizzerias. Sometimes they were closed for siesta and sometimes unable to cater to a vegan like me. But we also met kind signoras and pizza makers who made me hearty meals: vegan pizza, focaccia, soup, black cabbage croquetas, pretty pink turnip gnocchi. Despite all the walking, I wasn't going to lose any weight. Traditionally, these mountain villages only use butter from cows because olive trees didn't grow here. But now, because of warmer weather, olive plants grow here in the summer and olive oil is used freely in the cooking. I fondly remember the night we spent in Etrouble, an alpine village home to only 480 inhabitants and the cutest cows I've ever met. They're not used for milk but for combat. When pregnant, they are made to fight head to head, and it is said that the winner can become very rich. Of course, they are later eaten as meat. In this village, we stayed at a family-run B&B. Think old stone walls, old wooden doors, flowers all over. We gathered in the cozy family kitchen for hearty soups and conversations, some of which got lost in translation. And we got treated to homemade marmalade made with homegrown raspberry and lime before setting out on the trail again. Sometimes we walked next to each other, chatting about the region's rich history and cultural quirks. Here too, the older people are embedded in the community and culture, and the younger ones are the iPhone generation. Here too, there is less rain and snow due to climate change, and less glacial water is available for animals and agriculture, so tourism has become an important source of income. Sometimes we walked alone in complete silence, unlikely pilgrims on our own journeys. As I put one leg in front of another, I found a gentle slowness that let me observe things more closely. The sunlight pouring through the conifers, the soothing gurgling of the streams, the reflection of the fall colors in water. My eSIM went in SOS mode, truly disconnected from the world beyond. Even though it's easy to get on and off the trail with good road connectivity and public transport. I was amazed at how the landscape constantly changed, from jagged alpine peaks and glacial lakes, to gentle mountain slopes and rivers, to old chestnut trees and fields of black cabbage. One detour on the trail led us to a popular farmer's market where I found vegan chestnut bread and freshly roasted hazelnuts. We witnessed soulful singing at a 12th century monastery, caught a glimpse of the culture of yore, and noticed that all along the trail there were paintings in caves and on rocks that led the way when the trail wasn't as well marked as it is today. On the last day, we arrived in the city of Aosta, called the Little Rome of the Alps, because ancient Roman structures, Arcs, churches, theatres, even Roman era streets are part of life here. Across the Roman era bridge, we got our pilgrim cards stamped at the tourist office. I hope to someday walk more sections of the trail and see the real journal of Archbishop Sigeric at its resting place in a library in England.